Hi, everyone. Here I am. I have Pablo, and Pablo brought some friends, Roxy and Specs. And we were going to talk about the book, What If Everybody Did That? So imagine that I started out trying to talk to you about this book. And Pablo started telling me a story. Hey, Becky, guess what I did yesterday? I went on the longest bike ride. And then Specs started saying, yesterday I went to the playground and I went down the big slide. And Roxy at the same time was saying, Becky, yesterday I read the best book ever. What if they were all saying that? Becky, I did all at the same time when I was trying to talk to you. Would you be able to hear me or listen carefully to any of us? No, you'd probably miss out on what all of us were saying. Darn. So if everybody did that, that would be kind of annoying, and it wouldn't help us listen carefully or to really hear anything of what anyone was saying. Can you think of other things that if everybody did that, it just would not be a good situation for learning or being together? What's one thing that you can think of if everybody did that, it would not be a good thing? Mm, okay, when I count to three, I want you to say it. One, two, three. And one thing that I thought of is what if everyone was chewing gum and chewing it really loudly, like really loud chewing of gum? Would that make it super loud? That'd be so loud. Would it be distracting? It would certainly be distracting. Yeah. Another one, what if everyone was like sometimes people like to tap their foot or tap their hand and it makes a noise. They do it kind of like as a fidget. What if everyone started doing that? Do you imagine if it sounded, it'd be distracting. There's some things that maybe it's okay if one person just does it quietly themselves, but when everybody does that, it's not great for community time together. So this is a really good book that leads us into talking about class agreements or rules, which help us determine how we want to be together in our community time. So when we're together, we want our time to be a time where we can focus on getting to know each other, on learning and challenging ourselves, and really respecting each other and being really kind friends, being thoughtful, listening carefully. So, what are the types of agreements or rules that we could have that would help us achieve those goals? So, one we could think of is remember when all these friends talked at the same time? Could we hear each other or learn anything? Not very well, right? So, what could be an agreement that we could have about talking? Hmm. Yeah. So, one person talks at a time. And when someone is talking, what is everyone else doing? Listening carefully. Yeah. So, we want to think of agreements that help us take care of friends, right? And really be respectful and listen and help friends, that help agreements that help us take care of ourselves. We want to really respect ourselves and be kind to ourselves, use encouraging, thoughtful words, help ourselves grow and learn and have open minds that can be filled with wonderful ideas and creativity. So we want to take care of our friends, take care of ourselves, and also think about how to take care of the environment. So your workspace, the work that you're creating, the supplies that you're using. What kind of agreements do you want to have about that? So I know that you all will have many ideas. So I'd like you to capture those on paper for me. And tomorrow during our morning meeting, we'll share these ideas. So you should have a paper that looks like this in your green folder. Okay. Now, there's two sides. There's this one side if you'd like to also add some writing. And there's this side if you are thinking you'll just do a picture. So what you're going to do, it says at the top, 3 rules I think we should follow at OCS are And on this side, you'll draw pictures of 3 rules that you think we should have for our community time. And if you're choosing the other side, you're going to draw those pictures of the 3 rules, but also write some words to explain it. Okay, so what are 3 rules that you think we should have for our community time together? You could think about, it might help you if you frame it like, what are things that if everybody did it, it wouldn't work out, right? You could think of it that way. And then you could think of, like we did with this, well, if everyone talked at the same time, that doesn't work out very well. But on the flip side, if only one person talks at a time, that works out pretty well. So I want you to go ahead. You're going to draw, you can color your 3 rules or agreements that you think we should have. I want you to keep this paper in a spot where you know right where it is, because I'm going to want you to bring it to morning meeting with us tomorrow so that we can share our ideas and come up with a big list of agreements that we'd like to have for our class. That make sense? Okay. So, how many agreements or rules do you need to come up with? Show me with your fingers. 3. Think of 3 agreements that you think we should follow. Okay, and draw me pictures and write words of those. Okay, I can't wait to see them tomorrow during our meeting.